The Dawn Gate.
All right, we are loaded in. Looks like we've got Guak running the ever important Disney Prince variant, or House Anzaranzi variant, if you want to be technical about it. He's doing power 3 pots. He's picked Drain, and he's running a Ravager loadout with 10 power, about 4 armor, and 2.4 haste. So if this goes late, he will be hitting extremely hard.
Oh, and they're right in right away with a little harass. MetaMaker's running some power, haste, health, and armor with the Hunger 2 pot. I did load in showing off that After Hours Renzo skin, that robe. Too strong.
Yes, way too strong. And Guak actually lands the Celerity Shell for the 15 Tactician Harass Vim, hence the MetaMaker's comments there. And, okay, here we go. I'm going to have to give this one to Guak just based on ward skins. He's got the Eastern skin right there for the ward, the one that kind of looks like the Archon.
Yeah, I can't see it, of course, because that's Spirit side. Spectator mode. Waystone, please.
Yeah, please.
MetaMaker says first to get 1 Vim wins, so...
I didn't see that in the rules.
I don't remember that.
I'm going to have to look over them again, yeah.
They're making it up as they go. But he is running MetaMaker is running Gladiator, so Gladiator versus Tactician. You know, there's a little bit of a bonus there.
We see Gladiator a lot in Best Shaper World. We even saw it in Best Dibs World quite a bit too by the winner, I'm Downsy. Actually, Downsy's in this tournament here. We'll be seeing him play a little bit later today. But this isn't like Battle in the Bot Lane. Gladiator works here, and it works quite well, mainly because you don't have somebody else trying to harass you to drop your stacks. It's just you against your opponent.
Yep, and we've seen some Gladiators not do you know, outrageously well, but when they are able to stack those chains together and get all that Vim going, they actually come back to lane with pretty significant item advantages. So.
Oh, yeah, and we see the purple items all the time here. Oh, Guak landed a couple of free auto attacks. Well, I guess not free. He takes 1 back for his trouble, but... Now that, MetaMaker lands a nice Celerity Shell. He's first to 2. He picks up Insight Shell second, so he's going to be doing a little more damage on his auto attacks. He'll also have a little bit more haste after he fires off an ability. Guak finally hits 2. I'm concerned about this. If Guak doesn't pick up the pace, he's going to find himself outpaced fairly quickly. 3 is a big level. For this matchup, and because then they take Progress Gate, and that allows you to get 2 stacks of 4 stacks proper. 2 activations gives you 2 instances of the Insight Shell stacking. So that's a lot of damage for the first guy to hit 3, and there's 3.
He is safe though, because he is back in that circle under his binding, so it's not like he's going to do a whole lot back there. 3 is not a level you're going to really dive a binding at, especially when Guak follows him right up on 3 anyway. So
that's true. Oh, and we see MetaMaker running the Dispel as his first spell, which is very useful. It'll take care of the drain from Guak. It'll also take care of Chaos Shell when that comes up. And,
yeah, we saw Dispel quite a bit yesterday, and to great effect. It is a great spell in this format, especially just because of Varion's ultimate, that Chaos Shell dot, but also because a lot of people were running Drain, so it's like a double counter.
Now, the big problem that Guak's going to have here, he's running Ravager, so MetaMaker's doing the smart thing, pushing him under the binding like that. So in order to keep his Ravager stacking, he's got to keep auto-attacking. He's got to keep hitting something. And if he can't do that, he's going to lose a bunch of power. So MetaMaker's playing this really smart here, I think. And you can see it in the health totals. And they trade Celerity Shells. Insight Shell just to make sure Guak can't do anything. Goes a little aggressive, lands a few auto-attacks, uses Progress Gate to get out. Max range Celerity Shell, chipping the corner of Guak there.
You gotta love dropping that Troll Gate outside the circle and then getting an auto-attack in.
And so Guak's down to 1 health potion. He just popped it. He has no potions left. MetaMaker hasn't touched his potions yet. He's still got his 2 from his hunger start. So Guak's got to be pretty careful here, because he doesn't have any sustain left. He started power. Oh, MetaMaker takes a good chunk from the Celerity Shell and an auto attack.
Yeah, I don't think he's too worried about it with that hunger start. That is the power of a hunger start. If you are able to stay away from your opponent and just work on the minions, you can build that health right back up.
Very true, and in fact, in Item Palooza, Hunger will actually have, I believe it's 5 power, if I remember correctly.
Take a look.
So even better for Varian in that case.
And
it's actually going to...
He traded that damage on himself, which isn't fixed damage, for fixed damage onto the binding. So that's, as long as you're not getting killed doing that, I think that's a pretty solid trade in this format.
And yeah, very important to get binding pressure in this format. If you have the binding down low, your opponent can't back. So you can limit his power by landing stuff onto it. Oh, Chaos Shell into Celerity Shell into Drain. Guac's gonna go down. MetaMaker, GG, first kill. And Gaarawarr going with his Gladiator Renzo.
Yeah, of course. Like, After Hours Renzo wins automatically. It doesn't matter what role he chooses. It's the power of the Skintimidation. So we were waiting for them to hop out into lane here. I'm looking... well, Guac has learned a little bit. I haven't seen metas, but he's coming out with the Hunger 2-pot. Still running the Ravager build with power, haste, health, and armor. I think that is a solid... I think his loadout is a solid loadout for this format. I really like it. But I think the Hunger 2-pot's going to serve him a lot better.
Yes, MetaMaker also did the Hunger 2-pots. He's running the same loadout with the health, heavy power, 8 armor, and 1.6 haste. Although I have to question the 1.6 haste, because that's just 1.6% attack speed, so, I mean, I might have replaced it with something else, but then again, maybe he has a Spirit Stone in there that required blue sparks, and he couldn't get anything else in there. Who knows, right?
We are checking out this this little eastern ward in the bush here. Oh, nice. This is actually the northern ward, excuse me, with the owl. So, Guac showing off his ward skins.
And MetaMaker, I mean, I'm telling you, man, you're gonna have to step up your game. That is a normal ward. Come on, man. Gotta get them ward skin intimidations, man.
Ward skins win games, guys.
Yes, they do. Now, MetaMaker here has not picked a spell yet. So hopefully he's just gonna go in here and just pick something on the fly when he needs it. I'm the only one that's picked a
spell so far, and I have picked Stasis, because standing on the Locust, I don't want anything to happen to me.
I don't blame you. Spawn Renzo?
Yep.
Now, is that more or less effective than the classic Spawn Karthus in League?
Well, we both press R and win, so I guess it's...
Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, same difference, right?
It's so
just
the minions
you look more
finally...
fabulous as Renzo.
Exactly, much more. So the minions finally make it to lane, and everybody comes out. No one wanting to play that early harass game. Meta learning from before not to give up that first Vim.
And it's not like he can go for it himself as Gladiator. He's not going to get the first harassment that way. He's got to rely purely on the minions in this case.
Yeah, he does push in pretty solidly and grabs 2 again early.
Yeah, I see this game just going the same way as it did. The last one did. Now the thing with Guac, though, he's got to really focus on harassing MetaMaker. He's got to drop MetaMaker's stacks, because if he doesn't, you know, MetaMaker can very easily go back 8 minutes and come out with something like a Destruction if he wants to, although it'd probably be Order, knowing how these things go and how these two played. And MetaMaker was the one who rushed the Order the last time we saw him play, so, you know.
We'll see. I would like to see, if you're going to run Tactician in this format, you do need to be harassing the opponent a lot. You need to maximize that Vim game.
Guac picks up the first level 3, but he doesn't capitalize on it. MetaMaker respected it wisely, though, and started to back off.
Yeah, he's been playing pretty far solidly. I mean, that final trade for damage did come out ultimately pretty close. It wasn't like it was maybe a couple auto attacks off from Meta going down too, but
that's very true.
You don't really want to, you know, throw a match here. You want to get through, get to the finals, get your win, grab those 900 waypoints, say thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you, Waystone.
Yes, thank you very much, Waystone. Even though the waypoints will go away after a wipe, but you know, it's all right. You didn't win.
It's all about the beta testing, but it gets you those
exactly.
those skins.
Exactly. Maybe
Meta
MetaMaker
wins, he
can win this and
buy some of the Mort skins.
Mort skins.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Great minds think alike. And they're going in for a little bit of harass there, but backing off quickly. That minion aggro had Guak running back for his binding.
Yeah, them minions. I mean,
minion and Strider aggro in this is a big deal. We saw some people go a little ham early, right in the middle of a minion wave, and almost get taken down by minions after that kind of a trade-off. So you have to be very careful about that.
Yeah, I mean, these minions may only do like 13 and 18 damage, but you know, if there's 6 of them on you, that still hurts.
No, it's going to be more than the constant attack off of just basic auto attacks off a Shaper in some cases. So.
Oh wow, looks like MetaMakers closed the experience gap quite well. They both hit 5 at the exact same time. Now there's something we saw in Best Dibs World that I've not seen in Best Varian World yet, is we had some players actually running an experience bonus in their loadouts, just so they could hit those critical levels much quicker.
Yeah, and in one case it was to help keep the levels equal if they were getting pushed back under a binding. We saw someone go down 2 levels, but then play safe under their binding and catch right back up again and then gain a level on someone. So it can make quite a bit of a difference. It just depends on if you are playing the type of game where you're going to wait that long for it to come out. It seems to me like an experience bonus. You're playing a later game.
Ooh, MetaMaker goes aggressive, but Guak hits 6 immediately and gets to disengages. I might have got that was a free chaos shell he could have thrown, but I don't know if he had leveled it up quick enough. You know, if we had spectator mode, we'd know that. Please don't, please.
Constantly gonna harass. The one thing, Meta still hasn't chosen his spell yet, so he's playing things
I don't blame him.
A little close to the vest. He wants to be able to choose, you know, if he needs a little extra damage from a drain, or if he wants to just dispel everything, he can. Oh, and then I say that, Caster's Cursed, he is gone with a Bastion.
Bastion, okay. Well, I was hoping he might go for, like, Super Troll Gate. That's where you throw the Progress Gate behind you, you blink into somebody, lay down your damage, and then Progress Gate back.
Yeah. In this format, though, you'd only ever see that once. I mean, I say that, but we did see Blink quite a bit in Best Dibs World, so...
Yes, we did.
I'm still shocked, but yeah, it worked out for people, so... Hard to argue with success sometimes.
This is true. Yeah, Gold Doubloons. This is actually really close.
Laying down some free damage, but I think he's going to have to really capitalize on this for it to stick, since he did run Hunger as well this time. He also has the Drain if he just wants to toss it down and get some health.
And I'm thinking he should, but he's still got a potion left, so he's still fine in that regard too. But he's going to start taking a little bit of binding damage.
Well, not really. I don't think Meta wants to get in close enough, but Meta's really pushing to try to get to that binding at this point. I think if he can get a wave up and push Guak's health down, then they can probably both go back and buy at this point.
Yeah, and CS is virtually dead even. MetaMaker's up 3, 62 to 59 at the moment. And Guak picks up the last 2 to close the gap to 1. I'm thinking these guys are both buying at this point.
Yeah, Guak's definitely going back here. I mean, this is the right time to do it. You're in between minion waves. It's not a Strider coming out, so you're not losing a large advantage. We'll see what they come back with.
Oh my god. You are not going to believe this, Gaarawarr.
I probably don't want to know. So, Guak, I can tell you right now, Guak's coming back with a Consumption, which is solid, power and life drain. He's got an extra power, and he's got a haste. So he's definitely doing continuous damage, and he's pulled out 6 health pots. So he wants to stick around for a while.
So there's 6 health pots also for MetaMaker. He bought a Fate and a Resilience.
Oh my. There is that Gladiator,
the power of Gladiator
coming out in this format. That is what happens when you do not harass a Gladiator out of lane. Meta is just going to push in, he's going to shove this binding, he's going to take it down with auto attacks, he's going to clear those waves, and you know, if he can't get the binding, he'll take the CS win.
Oh! And not only that, he attacks really fast. And look how hard he's hitting Guak right now.
Oh, yeah.
And the other overlooked part about Fate is the 200 health on it.
Exactly. Fate is an amazing item.
Shell.
Right now, Fate is, and Tarelther knows this, but Fate is one of my favorite items on attack speed junglers. I don't use it in lane very much, but in this format, I can see why you might take it.
Absolutely.
But in the jungle,
Relentless pressure lands the Chaos Shell. Not going to get much off of it, but with that Fate, he's just going to relentlessly push the lanes. Oh, lands the Celerity Shell onto Guak. Guak has to think about going back at this point here.
I don't think he can, though. I think he's just going to churn through those pots. He's still got a few of them left, so they're ticking away.
Fate just absolutely crushing these waves. He's the first to 10. He's picked up Drain himself. He's going for the all-in here soon. Oh, there's the Drain right there. He didn't have Chaos Shell up, otherwise he would have thrown it.
Apologies, everyone. I do think we are back now. We were having a bit of lag issues. I'm not sure where that was coming from. I'm not sure if it was on my end or what, but everything should be back. We saw quite a bit of action there with Meta putting some heavy pressure down on Guak. And he's got some damage on the binding. We'll see how it turns out.
Oh, Drain back on the MetaMaker to sustain back up a little bit. Guak's actually got a lot of health back from that. He's evened up the health with that.
Yeah. That's the power of that Drain. If you don't dispel it, it's going to get you quite a bit of health and damage, especially at this point in the match.
Well, here's the part where Guak's going to be in trouble. He can't even stand near that minion line where he's going to take damage from the Fate.
Yeah.
So MetaMaker can effectively push him out of experience range, too. See, look at that. He was just standing near the minions, and boom, he started taking some of the Fate damage. Granted, it's not as much as the regular auto attack, but it still adds up after a while. And this binding is down below half health. Guak's going to have to think about an all-in here very quickly. If 2 more minion lines reach this binding, it's gone. And you can see Guak having to absolutely respect that Fate. He goes up, tries to get some experience, but he has to back off immediately because he knows he's going to eat that damage if he does stake around there.
Yeah. He's doing a good job keeping up with the CS and last hitting, but the damage on the binding is really just kind of telling the story of this match right now.
Ooh, MetaMaker lands another Chaos Shell. Going to bring down Guak a little bit. Although, I don't think he has Drain up, otherwise he could have followed up there.
Yeah. Did pick Bastion as the second spell, but he is out of potions, so all the damage that he has right now is going to stick.
I don't think he cares, though. Oh, there's the Chaos Shell right there, but you see it's not doing much to MetaMaker. Yeah, it's a level 2 Chaos Shell, but he picked up a Resilience to help deal with it. Yeah, Guak and MetaMaker are even on health percentage right now, but MetaMaker's got 1,500 health to Guak's 1,300. Ouch! That Celerity Shell hurt. Hey guys, Nightbot gets owned if you spam it with commands, and it may not always show stuff.
Nightbot has its own little internal cooldown. It can range between 10 seconds up to 30 seconds, so gotta be careful with it. So
Guak, you can't go back, buddy.
Yeah, Guak and his binding are really low right now. This puts him in a bad position.
Yeah, 800 damage. Yeah, you can't go back on a Strider wave with 800 damage left on your binding.
No.
Yeah, I got.
At the same time, though, he's only got about 400 health himself, so.
There's the Drain. The Drain's going to take him out.
Oh, he's got a bit Bastion.
Very good.
Is it enough? Oh, it gets him back with 30 health, but he's going to take the binding.
But he's going to lose the binding. 117-0 GG. MetaMaker 2-0.
Well done, gentlemen.
Very well done.